First impressions. We only get one of those. And it's human instinct to start creating a profile the instant we see someone or something new. But how can we not allow that first impression to turn into a conclusion? As a relatively young person who's been working in the church for a while now, I've often been met with premature judgment, which was attributed to my age and maybe not having enough experience as compared to others who've been working in the church for much longer than I. This has been a really frustrating challenge for me to deal with, as I feel that people are judging me on the surface and my age rather than my ideas and what I'm about. But conversely, there have been times where I've been the one who's judging others before understanding where they're coming from. I know that I have strong opinions, but I've always felt proud of the fact that I was able to quickly evaluate others. I felt like I was just good at figuring people out. But the problem is that once we've got someone all figured out, we don't leave a lot of room to change that opinion. As I evaluated the why of this internal way of thinking, I came to realize that I really had a pretty constant stream of criticism towards myself. I always held myself to near impossible standards because I feared that that's what everyone else was going to do. Generally, our judgment of others is really just an extension of self-judgment. And the self-judgment is so ingrained in us and it's so normal that we probably don't even realize it. So how can we change our way of being judgmental towards others and towards ourselves? Well, I'm going to share 3 steps that Maria Maraca, an empowerment writer, came up with. First one, she says, use a pattern interrupt. When we catch ourselves having a defining thought about someone, step back and ask, what do I really know about this person? Often the answer is some version of not very much. This behavior acts as a pattern interrupt and can force us to stop and consider where that judgment is coming from. Secondly, switch to praise. When we hear ourselves criticizing someone to others, we should stop and take a moment to come up with one thing that we like about that person. Then praise them out loud for that quality. Finally, she says to look within. When we find ourselves in one of these situations, stop and ask the hard question, do I myself exhibit this same behavior or attitude that I'm judging in this person? Oftentimes, the answer is probably yes. And this is a difficult conclusion to get to because to get to that yes, there's probably a lot of denial in front of it. No, I don't do that. For us to judge another, we'd have to first know everything about that person. We have to know their complete personality, their personal history, their belief systems, their culture, their religion, their family background, all their past experiences, how their day was, just for starters. So since we can't possibly know all these things about another, let's just take a step back and be open-minded to who that person is and how God may be working through them.